Welcome everyone to the Side Draft Podcast. Welcome to the final race review of the season, the Cup Series race from Homestead.
Oh, that's over.
Yeah, it was a very tough race to watch, in my opinion.
Yep.
We didn't really get practice sessions in, didn't get qualifying in, so in a lot of ways it was a really tough weekend for NASCAR coverage. The trucks we got to see such a good first half, and then it kind of just deflated over the end. I think that's what happened today. Even though we really didn't have much of a first half either, it was just product of the package. I would assume.
Yeah, I got to say the Xfinity race was probably the best race of the weekend.
Yeah, the Xfinity race was phenomenal. The truck race started out to be phenomenal. This one was just. Whew.
Yeah, I kind of fell asleep. I watched some YouTube videos because I had to find something to entertain myself. You know, it was like this is just boring.
So the final four would start 1 through 4 and be Hamlin versus Harvick. Harvick would take the lead, take off. Nobody could do anything until Truex's car caught on, and then it was just on rails. Nobody could do anything to Truex. Harvick would struggle just a little bit, and then Kyle Busch and Harvick be the first on pit road. Truex Jr. would lap up the 14th. Truex had just a dominant car, and that's something that anybody could have predicted, because Truex probably should have been rightfully crowned champion, in my opinion, because 7 wins of the season, most dominant at tracks like this. But coming up in just a little bit, we'll talk about why he lost this race.
Yeah, one of the most frustrating things that's not really great about when they go to the championship weekend at Homestead and the championship weekend, you never hear about any other drivers except the championship ones. But other people like to know where their drivers at, and just kind of keep up with them and how fast they're moving through the field. And unless they're leading, you just don't hear about them.
So stage 2 would pick up. Kyle Busch would be to the lead. Truex would take it back, but then Kyle Busch would end up passing him on pit road during the pit cycles. But Martin Truex Jr., he would have the big no-no that happened, the big thing that lost him the race. The team switched the tires, and I believe that's what happened to Logano last week, and it really killed Truex's day. Truex still finished second, but that's something you can't have.
You may ask, how you mess up the tires, but you get the lefts on the rights on the left, and something like that. So it really affects the handle of the car. And Mark Truex really, once he's coming off pit road, he really felt it in the car, and it's like, man, what y'all do to this thing? So it's good that they caught it real quick and come down pit road. They did lose a lap, but managed to make the way back.
Yeah, he caught a break with John Hunter Nemechek. He spun, and he got it back going, but it was a caution for some reason.
I'm still questioning why they threw the caution. I mean, John Hunter went and spun around me. I mean, he got a little loose, but he got on the bottom of the apron of the field, and
yeah, it was a save.
They had a caution later on. I mean, they had about the same deal later on in the race, and they didn't throw no caution. I mean, we need to have some consistency right here.
Yeah, and then my favorite part of the race was the battle between Kyle Busch and Harvick. And I think Denny Hamlin joined that as well, and that was really interesting to watch.
On the restarts, got a little interesting, but after a couple laps, it just kind of went flat again.
I think all 4 of them, I think Harvick had a really good short-run car. Truex had a really good long-run car, especially in the daytime. Kyle Busch, I think he was average. He was decent. But the thing that really got Busch was Truex's mistake. And then stage 3, Kyle Busch would take the lead, and Mark Truex Jr. about crashed Kevin Harvick on that first restart.
Yeah, I don't know if he just got the back of him and I don't know if he just jacked up the back wheel, but really messed up Harvick right there. I believe Harvick could have, maybe got to the lead right there at that point and went for. I know Truex might have been trying to help push him there, but I don't know if the steering was quite right and kind of pushed it back in. And but it's a good save though.
Then Kyle Larson, he would have an issue after being probably the best car all day, even though he wasn't in the playoffs or anything. Then William Byron, he would also have an issue, and we thought maybe the caution would come out. That was when Kevin Harvick was trying to stay out, catch a caution. Truex as well, but just didn't happen. And Denny Hamlin, he would blow up, or almost blow up, because put too big of a piece of tape on the car, and that pretty much was his day.
Yeah, I ain't sure why he throw a caution out. I mean, I know he's throwing fluid and stuff out on the track, overheating and stuff, but yeah, they put a big piece of tape on there. I mean, was they doing, trying to cover the whole grill or what?
Yeah, just trying to get too aggressive there, and who knows? We could have saw a great battle between Hamlin and Kyle Busch, and
yeah, I believe Hamlin's car really come to life in the nighttime when it got real cool. Got some grip, and because before he was just kind of marred back about fifth or sixth, and then here he come and started leading a little bit, and they put the tape on, and they about blew it up.
Yeah, and Truex kind of messed up on that strategy. Harvick tried to stay out too long, and didn't get back to where he was, but
yeah, I believe if Truex would have come in a few laps sooner, he wouldn't have been so far back from Kyle Busch. I know at the very end he was catching Kyle, his a little faster than Kyle, but he was so far back at that point he really couldn't really catch him.
Yeah, and there's nothing anybody could do. No cautions, no spectacular moments of the race, aside from, maybe here or there it got a little good, but just it feels like the only reason why Kyle Busch was the victor is because the other three just didn't step up. They had issues, and they just...
Yeah, I mean, I know others tried to use strategy, and the strategy kind of bit them. And with Adam Stevens on the box for Kyle Busch, I mean, he caught a great race and got him out there in the lead, and they just had the right strategy.
Yeah, they just they was quiet all playoffs long. They didn't have the speed for their teammates, and they really took advantage of their teammates messing up, and especially on the Denny Hamlin one. We never know what could have been, but congratulations to Kyle Busch and Joe Gibbs Racing. He had a 75% chance of winning, and definitely did.
Yeah, Truex had the issues of mixing the tires up, and then he had the tape. And Harvick, I mean, he had short run speed, but I think the strategy, the strategy probably might have worked a little bit if he got a caution. He had fresher tires toward the end, and he was actually catching them, but he did manage to race his way back where he was and where he probably put it ran anyway.
Yeah, I don't mean to be so negative on this, but this was, where everybody's intense. This is
the championship weekend.
This is what we've all been leading to. This isn't just a normal race. This is the championship weekend.
This is the top tier NASCAR racing, and the championship weekend, and it's just like.
And then
okay.
The package hasn't been a total disaster. There's been races where it's been good, and I really thought it was going to be really good. And at points, it kind of was, but for the most part, it was a big letdown. And really hope ISM can find a way to put in, just at least a little bit of a show for us.
At least keep it a tighter battle for the win. And I believe that's what was in the Xfinity race, is battling back and forth, and you really didn't know who's going to win. And it was a really tight battle towards the end. So, that's what you want to see, instead of just see some guy cruise about 4 or 5 seconds ahead, and that's the way it ends up.
Yeah, I think the main thing is the package took away the pizzazz for Homestead, because up against the wall, which there was some of that, but it seemed like it really wasn't that much of an effect. It seemed like the bottom was a lot better, and I think that's one of the reasons why Kyle Busch was so good, or all four of them was super good. It's just whoever got the lead at the end. So
yeah, they really wasn't running up against the wall like usually they try to get right up there against the wall to get some speed, but there's kind of a couple about half a lane low to the wall, but it's getting, it wasn't really a tough battle.
Yeah, I think stage 2 was probably the best because is where Truex had that issue, and we didn't know who was going to win because Kevin and Kyle were pretty close on speed. And then Denny Hamlin, he was making some improvements, and then could Martin Truex Jr. come back? And to a certain extent, he kind of did, but he just needed that caution to save them, and the package is too easy to drive, so unless some sort of debris comes out there, no caution.
Yeah, I do want to say we're going to miss seeing Paul Menard on the track, and David Reagan as they ended up their career right now and retired, and but they're still going to be at the track and doing some other stuff. But just want to thank them for the years they've been racing, and we're going to miss them, see them on the track.
Yeah, and both of those drivers have had key wins in the series, and it's such a sad thing to say that we won't be seeing them on the racetrack, but pretty sure you'll be seeing them around somewhere.
Yep.
But anyways, it was. I wanted this race to be at least a good battle between at least two of them. Because last season we had a great battle between Truex and Logano. Logano ended up winning, and I think that was awesome. That was an awesome battle. And the year before in 2017, Kyle Busch and Truex gets the win. Great battle. 2016, I think that was the year Jimmy Johnson won. Pretty awesome battle there. This year was kind of a lot like 2015. I know the same guy won. It seemed like once somebody got out in front, they stayed there. But hopefully, they took some notes on the 2019 package, and they'll be able to, improve on it, and we can have some good races. That's something we expected. When you get a new package, it's going to be a slow year, and I think maybe make some adjustments to the short tracks, and teams can catch up on each other for the intermediates. Super speedways are awesome, but we'll get more into our season review and our finale coming next Thursday, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, I think even Kyle Busch was even bored when he...
Yeah, it was such the weirdest thing. It was like...
Yeah, I won.
All right.
I'm the champion.
It was like just another win. Might have been because he wasn't feeling too well, but...
Probably was.
It was just a very, very odd race. So, next year we got the schedule change, and, most importantly, the finale's changed, and I think probably going to still see the same 4 people up, or somewhere close to the same 4 people.
Yep.
At least half of these guys are going to go next year. But ISM, they could figure out the whole aero push on the short tracks. We should see at least a battle at ISM next year. So I want to stay positive for that. But season finale coming up Thursday, and we'll be announcing what we'll be doing in the off season. So stay tuned for that.